Hello students, hello again. So in my previous video in which we dealt with writing and a for or against essay, so we talked about and we discussed and talked about a formal essay, formal English, formal essay. Now in this video, we are going to read and discuss and study an informal essay, So the essay we're going to discuss and study is an email, So this is writing. So I hope that you will be able to write an informal email, informal email between friends, between relatives, etc., about future plans and ambitions, future plans and ambitions. Now, look at this beautiful harbor in Turkey. And you know, Turkey has become lately one of the most attractive countries in the world, attractive to tourists. So every year, especially in summertime, millions and millions of tourists from all over the world go and enjoy the beautiful Mediterranean coast of Turkey. So we're going to talk about holidays. Now, we're going to try to find out in the email we are going to read, we try to find out why is Adam writing to Carl. So it's an email from a friend to a friend, from Adam to Carl, talking about holidays in Turkey. So why is Adam writing to Carl? Why is Adam writing this email to Carl? Dear Carl, come on. Thanks for your email. It's great that you are planning to visit us next month. Thanks for your email. It's great that you are planning to visit us next month. So how do I know that this kind of English is informal and it's not formal? We've got thanks. Because in formal English, we should say thank you. It's great. It's also an informal expression in English. As soon as term finishes, I'm going on holiday to Fethiye. Fethiye is a beautiful location, a tourist place in Turkey, with my dad and my brother, Kerem. We are planning to be away for 3 or 4 days. I really want to go fishing a few times, and while we are there, I'm hoping to catch some fish to eat in the evenings. After we get back, I'll be working in my uncle's cafe for a few days. You could visit any time during the last week of the holiday. I'll be retaking a couple of exams next term, so I need to do some revision before I go back to school. But I reckon. Now, this is how I know the email is an informal email. I reckon, because informal English, we don't say I reckon, we say I think. I reckon I'll be able to work when you are here. I would be grateful if you could confirm the dates of your visit as soon as possible. I won't make any more plans until I hear from you. All the best, Adam. All the best, Adam. So let's go back to the first question. Why is Adam writing to Carl? So why is Adam writing to Carl? So Adam is writing to Carl to tell him about his plans for the summer holidays, what he's going to do, what is he planning to do, what activities is he thinking about, and then he is inviting him. He's inviting him to join him and share some holiday time with him. Excellent. Okay, so we said it's an email between two friends. It's an email between two friends who are about the same age. So the English they are using is an informal English. So we've seen thanks instead of thank you, and we've seen also I reckon instead of I think. Now in the email, there is one sentence that is formal. One sentence that is formal. So we can use it in a formal setting. In a formal setting. Where is it? It's in the last paragraph. I would be grateful if you could confirm the dates of your visit as soon as possible. So, let's say the only formal, very formal English sentence in the email is this one. I would be grateful if you could confirm the dates of your visit as soon as possible. I won't make any more plans until I hear from you is informal. So this one is formal. I would be grateful. I would be very thankful. I would be very appreciative if you could confirm the dates of your visit as soon as possible. I won't make any more plans until I hear from you is informal. Excellent. Now, let's talk about the tenses. Let's talk about the tenses Adam is using. So, we've got you are planning, present continuous. I'm going, present continuous. As soon as the term finishes, present simple. I'm hoping, present continuous. I really want, present simple. I will be working. I will be working is the future continuous. The future continuous. So mostly in this letter, now Adam is using three tenses. The present simple, the present continuous, the present simple with some stative verbs, the present continuous because he is talking about planning future activities, planning or making arrangements for his future, and three, he's also using the future continuous. And the future continuous often describes future actions in progress. Future actions in progress. Excellent. Now, talking about verbs in the email. Now, I want you to learn this. One, we can use an infinitive after the verbs want, hope, and plan. So, if you remember in one of my first videos, we talked about some verb patterns. And if you remember, we said, now some verbs, all verbs have a certain pattern when they are followed by another verb. So, some verbs take the infinitive and other verbs take the ing. But in this situation, we don't have the ing form, we've got what we call a clause. A clause. So some verbs are followed by the infinitive and other verbs are followed by a clause. Now one, we can use an infinitive after the verbs want, hope, and plan. Now look, I'm hoping, present continuous, the infinitive. to visit some friends. I'm hoping, present continuous, followed by the infinitive. I'm hoping to visit some friends. I'm hoping to pass my baccalaureate exam. I'm hoping to go away for some time. For example, to, we use a clause. And a clause in what I'm going to talk about is the future simple tense. Future simple tense. Will plus the base form of the verb. We can use, or we use a clause after the verbs think and reckon. Think and reckon. So reckon has the same meaning as think. The only difference is the verb reckon is informal, whereas the verb to think is very formal. We cannot use an infinitive. We cannot use an infinitive after these two verbs. Listen. I think I'll stay at home. When you refer to the future, when you talk about the future, I think I'll stay at home. Clause, I'll stay. I don't reckon I'll enjoy this film. So, we said, with the verbs to want, to hope, and to plan. I hope to visit, or I'm hoping to visit. I want to visit, or I'm planning to visit, infinitive, whereas with the verb to think and to reckon, we've got a clause or the future simple, I'll stay. I think I'll stay at home. I don't reckon I'll enjoy this film. Excellent. Now remember these patterns. So we said, verbs like to want or to plan should be followed by the infinitive, and verbs like to think or to reckon should be followed by a clause or future simple. Now, I'm not planning, the verb is go to university next year. I'm not planning to go, the infinitive. I'm not planning to go to university next year. To, I don't reckon I will pass, clause. I don't reckon I'll pass all my exams, clause. 3, we are hoping to spend a few days abroad. We are hoping to spend a few days abroad. 4, I think I will look, clause. I think I will look for a job in a restaurant. 5, I don't think I will visit, clause, will visit. I don't think I will visit any relatives this holiday. 6, we want to stay. We want to stay in a hotel by the sea. Excellent, excellent. Just remember these verbs and their patterns. Now, here's your writing strategy. Here's a strategy when it comes to writing. In sentences referring to the future, if your sentences are in your essay are referring to the future, we use the present simple after when, as soon as, until, after, before, and while, but not well. But not well. So, these are what we call conjunctions. So, these conjunctions, anytime we refer to the future, we want to talk about the future, and by using these conjunctions, now always use the present simple after these conjunctions, after them. Excellent. Now, choose the correct conjunction in these sentences. 1, we can't go to the beach until while it stops raining. So we've got the choice between until and while. So we said after these conjunctions, present simple, it stops. Present simple. So let's choose, is it until or while? We can't go to the beach until it stops raining. Until it stops raining. Stops, present simple. Present simple after these conjunctions when referring to the future. 2, I'm going to buy a car. I'm going to buy a car. We've got after, and we've got as soon as I can afford to. So which one? Is it after or as soon as? I'm going to buy a car as soon as I can afford to. Can, modal verb, present simple. Modal verb, can, present simple. As soon as I can afford to. 3, I'll believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it. It's not before. I believe it when I see it. So I see it, present simple after 1. 4, you must visit. You must visit the Eiffel Tower. You must visit the Eiffel Tower. We've got until and while. You must visit the Eiffel Tower while you are. Present simple. While, conjunction, you are in Paris. While you are in Paris, present simple. 5, I need to get to the bank as soon as or before it closes. I need to get to the bank before it closes. Present simple. Before it closes. I need to go to the bank before it closes. And the last one, they won't, won't is the negative form, the short form or the contracted form of will not. They won't let us into the cinema. Is it while or after? They won't let us into the cinema after the film starts. Present simple. After present simple starts. Excellent. Now, future time clauses. Future time clauses, or what we just called conjunctions. Conjunctions referring to the future. In future time clauses with when, while, before, until, as soon as, the moment, and after, which refer to the future, we use the present simple and not will. And not the future simple. We use the present simple. Now look at these examples. I'll phone you when Peter arrives. When Peter arrives. Present simple. Sue will be doing, now here's the future continuous, will be doing. Sue will be doing her homework while we are. Present simple. We are. While we are at the party. I'll go and get some popcorn before the film starts. Present simple. We won't make coffee until Fiona gets here. Present simple. Until Fiona gets here. They'll go home as soon as the match finishes. Paula will greet Tom the moment he talks. Present simple. Through the door. After school finishes, present simple, after school finishes, comma, I'm going to go to the park. So, after these future clauses, future time clauses or conjunctions, we always need, anytime we refer to the future, we always have to put them in the present simple. Let's complete the following sentences with when or until. With when or until. Okay. I won't speak to him. He apologizes. Present simple. I won't speak to him until I won't speak to him until he apologizes. 2, my dad wants to move abroad when he retires. When he retires. I'll phone you when I get home. 4, I probably won't get to the shops. I probably won't get to the shops until it's too late. Until it's too late. Present simple. Malaria, you know the disease, will continue to kill millions. Malaria, especially in Africa, malaria will continue to kill millions until scientists find a cure. Present simple. 6, I'm sure you'll remember him. I'm sure you will remember him when you see him. When you see him. Excellent. Now, we've got verbs. And we said after these conjunctions, what tense do we need to use? The present simple. Complete the sentences with the correct form of the verbs in brackets. Now here we've got call and get. Call and get. So, call and get. So, I will call you. Now I will call you because we are using future time clauses. So we're talking about the future. So I will call you as soon as, present simple, I get my results. As soon as I get my results. Now, feed and leave. I'll feed the cat before I leave. Present simple. I'll feed the cat before I leave the house. 3, Jack will tell us when he knows his plans. When he knows his plans. 4, I probably won't leave, will not leave home until I am. Present simple. Until I am, B, 25. 5, we will start the lesson before Lucy gets here. And Ethan will miss his parents while present simple of be with he, while he is in Canada. Ethan will miss his parents while he is in Canada. Excellent. Now, what I want you to do, I want you to think of which parts of Adam's email include the information required in the task. Which required in the task. Now, a British friend wants to stay with you. Now, you can take it as your assignment. Now, a British friend wants to stay with you for a few days over the school holidays. A British friend, you've got a British friend, and he wants to stay with you for some time during the school holidays. You're going to try to write an email of 120 or 150 words to him or to her. Now, here are the points you should include. Now, say, number 1, say how you feel about his or her plans to visit and why. 2, give some information about what you will be doing in the holidays and when. Next, explain when the best time for his or her visit would be and why. And the last one, ask when he or she plans to arrive and how long the visit will be. Now, you can make notes from the exam task and write 1 or 2 ideas for each piece of information required in the task. Invent a name. You can invent a name, any name, like Carl, like John, like Christine, like name for the person you are writing to. Now, if you want me to check out your email, you can send me your essay and I will be glad to correct it. So here is my email. And I will be glad to look at your email and check it out, correct it for you and send it back to you. Now, an informal email writing. We're practicing writing and writing an email with informal language, with informal English. Now, I can write an informal email about future plans and future ambitions. Now, we're going to read an email and answer the questions. So, this email is Zainab's email. She's a girl. What is the first thing Zainab is planning to do in the holidays? Let's try to find out what is the first thing Zainab is planning to do in the holidays. 2, when is the best time for Christine, her friend, her guest? When is the best time for her guest to visit? 3, what are they going to do during Christina's visit? Now, let's look at the informal email. Here's an informal email. Dear Christina, thanks for your email. It's great that you are planning to visit us in the holidays. As soon as term finishes, remember the future time clause, as soon as term finishes next month, I'm going on a basketball course with some friends. I hope to meet some famous players while I'm there, and I think I'll be able to get their autographs too. When I get home, I'll be working as a lifeguard at our local swimming pool for a month. I won't be working at all in the last 2 weeks of the holiday, so that would be the best time for you to visit. I'll be free to take you sightseeing in the mornings and swimming in the afternoons. When it's too hot to do anything else, please let me know as soon as possible when you are coming. I won't make any more plans until I hear from you. Best wishes, Zainab. So let's answer the questions. What is the first thing Zainab is planning to do in the holidays? As soon as term finishes next month, I'm going on a basketball course. So going on a basketball course is the first thing Zainab is planning to do. When is the best time for Christina to visit? When is the best time for Christina to visit Zainab? I won't be working. Now you remember we said I won't be working. This is the future continuous. I won't be working at all in the last 2 weeks of the holidays. So the best time for Zainab to receive Christina is the last 2 weeks of the holiday. So that would be the best time for you to visit. That would be perfect for her to visit. 3, What are they going to do during Christina's visit? What are they going to do during Christina's visit? So that would be in the last paragraph. Let's see. Here. I'll be free to take you sightseeing, visiting places in the mornings, and swimming in the afternoon when it's too hot to do anything else. So here are the things that Zainab is planning to do with her friend. Now, we said this email is informal. This email is informal. So we've got formal style and informal style. Now, here's a formal style. So in a formal English, we say, thank you for your email. Thank you for your email. Now, in the text, what's the equivalent in informal style to thank you for your email? Thanks for your email. Thanks for your email. So thanks for your email is informal. Formal, we would say thank you for your email. 2, formal English, formal. I'm very pleased that. I'm very pleased that. I'm very pleased that. In the text we've got, it's great that. It's great that. It's great that is an informal expression. I will be attending a course. I will be attending a course. Formal. Now, the informal expression that Zainab is using, I'm going. I'm going on a basketball course. I'm going on a basketball course is informal. I will be available. I will be available. I will be available. Formal English. I will be free. Informal English. So you've got the choice. So when you write formal English, you should say, I will be available. When you write to your friend in an informal English, it's okay to say, I'll be free. I'll be free. Next. Five, I would be grateful if you could tell me. Formal expression, and the same expression, we talked about it in my previous video, if you remember, for a guest essay. This is formal. I would be grateful if you could tell me. I would be grateful. I would be thankful. I would be appreciative. Please let me know as soon as possible. Please let me know as soon as possible is the informal expression, this formal expression, when you saying that you would be grateful when someone call you. Now, yours sincerely, yours sincerely, yours faithfully, yours sincerely or yours faithfully is very formal expression in emails and letters. And here we've got best wishes, best wishes, best wishes, informal. Now, we said some verbs patterns, when we talked about verb patterns, we said some verbs in English should be followed by the infinitive and others should be followed by a clause, or we saw the future simple, or simply the future simple. Now, we've got to buy, to go, to have, to leave, to sell, to visit, and to work. My parents are helping our house. My parents are hoping, verb, our house. So, hoping, we said to hope, should be followed by the infinitive. So, my parents are hoping to sell. My parents are hoping to sell our house. To sell, to hope, the infinitive. To sell our house. 2, I don't think. Now remember, we said to think and to reckon. Think is formal, reckon is informal. I don't think I will have. I will have. I don't think I'll have time to call you tonight. My sister wants to go. My sister wants to go camping with a friend. 4, I think I will buy a new mobile with that money. 5, same thing, reckon and think. I don't reckon I'll visit. I don't reckon I will visit the Tower of London. 6, we are planning to leave. Infinitive after breakfast. 7, I think, I will work over the summer. I need the money. Excellent. Now, our future time clauses, or what I call conjunctions. Now, choose the correct answer. I'll check my emails. We've got while, after. So we have to choose. I'll check my emails, and then we've got I get home from school at around 4 p.m. So I'll check my emails after I get. And remember, we said the verbs following these future time clauses should be in the present simple. Get, present simple. So, I'll check my emails after I get home from school at around 4 p.m. 2, John will turn off his laptop. John will turn off his laptop when he goes to bed. When he goes to bed. Present simple, goes. 3, you won't be able to make free calls until you get the right app. Present simple. 4, she will text us as soon as she arrives, present simple, so that we don't worry. 5, I listen to the podcast when it's finished downloading. When it is, present simple, finished downloading. 6, will you write a blog while you are away? While, present simple. 7, I'll go on Facebook before I go out. Excellent. So always present simple tense after these future time clauses. Now, what I want you to do when you have time is to think about this. A British friend has suggested going to Scotland together. A British friend has suggested to you to go to Scotland together for a week in the summer holidays. So, think about an email to him or to her. Remember to follow the instructions carefully and to use informal language and future time clauses. Now, consider these points. Now, you have in your email, you have to say how you feel about the plan, Give some information about your plans for the holiday. Explain when the best time for the trip would be for you and why. And ask your friend to give you more details about the trip in this email, and try to use informal English. Now, you have to think, after you finish your first draft of the email, you have to think about these points because you have to check your work. Now, try to think of, have you included all the information in the task? Have you started in the task? Have you started and finished the email appropriately by an opening and a closing? Have you used informal language? Because in this email, informal language is needed between friends. Have you used the present simple in future time clauses, after when, after, as soon as, all the conjunctions we've seen? Have you used the correct structure after hope, plan, want, think, and reckon? So we said want and plan, the infinitive, and think and reckon, a clause or the future simple. Now, try to check your work for mistakes. Be careful, especially spelling mistakes. And you can send me your email to my email to check it if you want. I have time, to my email address, and I'll be glad to help you with this email. I can look at your draft and correct it to my email. So, I hope I was very helpful during my 12 hours of supporting or reinforcing or explaining things that I hope will be very helpful to your baccalaureate exam. And I look forward to another opportunity so I can talk to you and meet you. Thank you so much and wish you the best for your baccalaureate exam. Thank you.